at lunch. Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
What the hell's going on out here?
Now, here's Jimmy Ott and Charles Hannegriff.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
Is it live? Is it live?
Live from Rufino's live at lunch.
Is it live?
Jimmy Ott, Mexico Trove, Devin Snow, HoldTheMayo. Charlie has the much-deserved week off, enjoying the beach, bitching about the sand.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Dev, how you doing, baby? HoldTheMayo.
Oh, man.
Have you been in the bathrooms yet?
Yeah, I have. I have. Yeah,
all right.
It's looking nice in there.
Okay, all right.
Everything went well.
I don't know if you know this guy, Max. Have you seen him before?
Only 70 times in the last 77 days.
Is he stalking you or something?
I don't know what's going on.
When he shows up at the WAP, then we got a problem.
Yeah,
okay?
well, when I see Max, I know that a good time is being had.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Good time, Max.
Yeah,
huh?
good time, Max.
Party only shows up when I get there.
Yes. My favorite, because I got my sources everywhere. Max doesn't even know this. But, they, the family, when Max started working with me, they were concerned that I would my gambling habits would rub off on him.
Yeah. Well,
yes. He's doing fine on his own.
Yeah.
Mom and dad. So.
I think I'm too far gone at this point.
Yeah. So
if you want to get a gambling habit from anybody.
Where do you see Max? I mean, the golf tournament.
Yes.
And the Super Bowl coverage.
Yes.
Manning passing a cap. Boy, you kissing the Manning's ass,
Yeah.
huh? Boy, I'll tell you, huh?
I mean,
they hate
man.
Louisiana.
Well, here's the deal. I was just asking for a picture, and then he hit me with I love this guy. I was like, well, you know what, man? This is why I love the Manning family right here, dude. It is, man. I mean,
we have that in common. I do too.
Yeah, they in tune with what's going on local, even while he's in Texas. But, I think I got to give a shout-out to Cooper for that because Cooper's been following me for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, funny guy. Whole family's funny.
There you go. I find him hilarious.
Cooper's entertaining. Cooper's very entertaining.
Cooper's got he's smack talk. I mean, he's the talker. He's the the witty one, the deal maker, kind of the older brother, kind of, no.
He was doing all the MC stuff there at Manning Academy.
He'll recruit, the best receiver at the camp, but then when things go afoul at the house, when they adopt wing, give the boot, he's not everything goes.
How you think Archer's going to do?
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think that he's still going to be a first-year starter. And he's going to have some kinks, and he's going to have some flashes where he's really good. When they were talking about Cooper and trying to speculate where he was going to – when they're talking about Arch and speculate where he was going to go, I'm like, Mincy, sit down, relax, boy.
Yeah.
He ain't going to Ole Miss.
Right.
Okay? Right. He is going to a loaded deck. And I got to give Cooper credit because who would have known that – the loaded deck was Texas was more of a loaded deck than at that time because of the NIL era.
Right.
They've got more resources than anybody.
Right.
Okay. And also they're going to step it into the SEC, which really lit a fire under their boosters because a lot of boosters at UT, and Paul Stone tells us this, an alum, says a lot of boosters give to the academic side. They're not interested in the athletic side. But we're in the SEC, and now we're, I'll go to my grave, but Alabama, Georgia, LSU, the big boys of the SEC, they should have put up more of a fight about letting Texas, because you're helping them.
Yeah.
Well, let that sleeping giant lay. I mean, there's no way they have the player budget in the Big 12 right now. No way.
Right.
Absolutely not. So Cooper was going to a loaded deck.
Yeah.
And obviously, did it because they're recruiting. And he's Arch. My point for all this, when we evaluate quarterbacks, well, that's great. They're winning games, they're doing this, but Bryce Young, well, he's got a crappy offensive line. He's got no receivers. He's got a terrible coach. I mean, does he have a chance?
Yeah.
In the Manning family, that's their deal, right?
Right.
Archie didn't have a chance, right? With his supporting cast and everything. Arch has the pieces around him, without a doubt. The offensive line, he has the pieces around him to kind of help him. So he'll be good. Just how good? The thing, my strongest opinion when it comes to Arch Manning is He's not going to the draft this year.
No, I think he's going to stay 2 years. At least. Yeah.
Why would you? This is not some hardship situation. He's making all kinds of NIL money, and it's now all the NFL 25 starts in college. That you got to have that, or you get a Richardson, Anthony Richardson at Indianapolis and some others. So anyway, how was the drive?
Spiritual always is. About shed a tear every time. But it's the music I play is what it is.
What you hitting today?
Johnny Cash hurt. That'll break you down.
Really?
Johnny Cash hurt?
Okay.
Oh,
so
man.
you kind of what kind of bar,
I don't get to think like that.
What kind of end of a bar? With a shot of whiskey, or you listen to Johnny Cash hurt on the jukebox.
I don't know, man.
You've gone from Hattiesburg to Thibodeau to Slidell.
Yeah.
Oh, you got hustled in Slidell, huh?
I did.
Yeah, you got hustled.
I didn't know they were like that out there.
Come on, man.
No.
You should know.
I know Slidell. I knew Slidell was a little grimy, but I didn't know that the kids were like that. Yeah.
What were you doing at that age? I was hustling kids. I had a pinball machine in my garage. They wanted to play me for money. You gonna play me on my own machine for money? Come on.
I had a 7-year-old walk by my table and ask me for an onion ring, and his parents were nowhere in sight. Okay, it was amazing. I could not believe
him
it.
though too.
Yeah, and then he comes outside and he's like, "Yeah, I'll pop a wheelie for $2."
Yeah.
He goes and pops the wheelie. It's a 25-cent wheelie all day long. He wasn't even doing a good wheelie.
It was a weak week.
Dude, I was like, this is the biggest hustle ever. I got to get out of here. And then I was like, here, I gave him $2 in quarters. I said, look, this is a Louisiana Purchase quarter. It's a special quarter. He goes, I'm going to go sell it. Thinking to myself.
He could give 2 craps. What kind of quarter it
like,
is?
Does this kid think that he's about to get more than 25 cents?
You got shook down and slid down.
Oh, what? I go, where you going next? He goes, we heading to Domino's. I'm like, dude, Domino's has no clue what's coming, bro. They giving out 2 free medium pizzas in a heartbeat,
I mean,
That's my favorite part.
Don't feed the birds.
Yeah. That's my favorite thing about doing that all day segment is stuff like that. Just finding out how different cities are, people around there and stuff like that. So it was refreshing, yet, yeah, I got hustled.
So you go back to home at Thibodeau and do something? Didn't you do one down there?
What did I do out there? Blake's Deli.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a great place. It's like a gas station.
Uh-huh.
But, they got everything, man. And then,
yeah, what do you mean everything?
Dude, I mean, from cigarettes to liquor to hot food to slushies to you need some sunscreen, whatever. It's like a little mini Buc-ee's, But Guggenheim's out there, so that's my boy. And he's like the mayor out there, dude, so I can pretty much do whatever out there. In fact, I met the mayor of Thibodeau. He walked up to me, shook my hand, and, he's very nice. They nice people, bro. They some of the nicest people in the state, so.
Max, anything to add? What y'all Thibodeau experience?
He had the on-field view, so I'd ask him better questions than me.
Oh, wait, you had a higher. There's different levels of credentials.
Oh well, he got on the field. I'm just up.
Yeah, well, I got what they do.
Are you running routes or something?
Man, I wish I was ready. Trust me, I stretched a few times.
Whose ball can you catch the best that you saw? Avery Johnson still got that long hair.
Yeah. Avery Johnson's a superstar, dude.
I mean, he's a good-looking athlete, huh?
I mean, let's just be honest. Yeah.
Well, you got to learn how to throw a little bit better.
Yeah. No, I just think, watch it. But one of my favorite guys is that I don't feel like people talk about enough. Haynes King from Georgia Tech.
Oh,
I love that.
Oh, Haynes King was a dog last year, bro.
You remember Florida State week 1?
Oh yeah.
I remember saying, dude, I know this kid is about to beat this team.
Yeah.
And I told him that at the ball. I was like, dude. I put a bundle on you, bro. I was like, dude, I knew you were about to beat these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because I was never big on, what's his name, DJU. Always thought he was a bust, man. I bet you he's going to be working at Bass Pro Shops or something,
What position would he be best at?
At Bass Pro Shops?
Yeah.
He'd probably go get you the bait. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I don't know, show you fish. Been a minute since I've been in Bass.
Careful now, he might end up on the Saints practice squad.
I don't think so.
You never know.
I don't think so.
Speaking of the Saints,
That's a guy who.
Jimmy, the new uniforms, they look great.
That's where we are. That's where we are. That's where we
are.
Let's get excited about the helmet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. We got the color rush jersey with the white helmet. We have no primetime games. You got to look at it in the sun at 12 o'clock.
They look sick though.
So
The Saints.
your special spread quarters. And I think I texted you. I said, bro, you got to get on the mic, get on your, get your system tipped up. Derek Carr just retired. I said, this would be interesting. Now you got that kid with that mouth on him. I mean, my goodness, what's the little kid?
Well, I got a few of them.
Well, I know, but this was like 9.
Oh,
I mean, and he's
dude, I had dudes calling and crying.
Yeah, so it was. Where would you put it? Is it
top 5?
Is it like first playoff appearance? Is it first win record? Is it first playoff win against the Rams? Is it the NFC Championship game? Is it the Super Bowl? Because if you didn't know, but just you knew the tone of the excitement when Derek Carr retired and the callers to your show, it was celebratory.
They were reading scripture. That's how big of a deal it was. I mean, I'll never forget that day as long as I live, man. And I put it up there in the top 5 Saints moments. I really do. I truly do, bro. I really do.
I hate this guy.
Bro, I mean, he's the most – like when you think of like the worst sign-ins, trades, whatever, he is easily – I think if he's not 1, he's 2. But if he's probably not 2, he's 1,
What give for people that didn't hear that day? What was the memories? Some of the best calls, and just kind of sum it up. Just what kind of celebration? The guy said, "I'm effing. It's 8 in the morning. I've been drunk all day.
Yeah.
I'm celebrating." I mean, these guys. I thought it was like Mardi Gras.
Well, yeah, I think. Well, what month was it in?
Max, that was 2
was
or
that?
3 months ago. That was like
months ago.
March, maybe.
I was in Houma. Always good news when you're in Houma.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, like I said, man, you would have thought that, like, God or Jesus was here. You know what I'm saying? It was incredible. And, look, we've had some bad plays.
April or May 9th.
May 9th.
Okay.
So, right after Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
Yeah, so, but I think we've had some bad signings, but nobody was ever like that extreme. Keep in mind, this is like
why
10,
did this guy
this
irritate?
Like 10 in the
why did
morning.
this guy irritate the fans that much? Though it's just part of it. Following Breeze. It's part of it. I mean, it's hard to do.
Yeah, but people love Jameis.
Yeah,
that was right after. That was right after Breeze.
Yeah, I don't
get that. Yeah, everybody loves Jameis, but he just throws to the other team.
It was the demeanor, man. I don't even think a lot of it was football. I think a lot of it was demeanor.
Oh, I think it's kind of a salt of the earth type of fan base, a little bit more blue collar, and they can kind of see through phony.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Yeah, no, that is it. I mean, how many times in that brutal season last year did he get on the press conference and say, "Hey, man, I've been around locker rooms that was separated, blah blah blah, and this ain't one of them, brother." That was a disaster. Don't sit here and tell me, hey, we're gonna keep pushing. And no, it was a disaster from day one.
He's Stu Freeze, Jimmy.
So
Stu Freeze.
Troy Macker is out today. He's moving today. Chris Macero, professional sports gambler from San Diego, he is with us. We're going to be doing some shows at the contest sign up in Las Vegas at Circa. He'll be doing it when we do that in August, and I'll be seeing him next week at opening day at Del Mar. So for a week from that. Carlos Alcaraz, Carlito, with a 4-set victory. Taylor Fritz, the American, who grew up in Rancho Santa Fe, which is 10 minutes from the from Del Mar track, and he had a 6-4 lead in the 4th set tiebreaker. 1 service point on his racket. He lost it. He lost the 4 straight points, and Alcaraz wins it in 4. So Fritz had a real chance. 2 points, set points to force a 5th set. Get to a 5th set in anything is possible. Of course, Bruce Marshall, longtime executive editor of the Gold Sheet, he'll be with us at noon as we check in as well. But as always, we talk. And you met Chef Patrick. Chef Patrick, fresh back from being married. Congratulations.
Give me a lamp.
Get you a lamp.
Let me tell you, I'm looking at this last one right here. That's going to be a tough one right
That's okay. But for this, in addition to our regular Friday lunch menu, and available today and all through the weekend, our weekend specials prepared by Chef Patrick.
Over here at Ruffino's, the weekly features, the weekly specials, whatever you want to call them. At first, we got the crawfish spinach dip. That's a 3-cheese blend. Louisiana. That's the key. Crawfish tails, Louisiana crawfish tails with a crispy wonton. Respect your body. Seafood stuffed shrimp. You got crab meat and those, Gulf shrimp, and crawfish stuffing with a little scampi butter sauce. That's real refreshing right there.
Go.
And then we also got the rosemary pork chop.
Okay.
I love pork chops. That's with wild rice, asparagus, respect your body as well. And then shrimp nage.
That's it.
Yeah, shrimp nage. And you could pair that with some Morgan 12 clones, Pinot Noir, Santa Lucia.
Santa Lucia.
I've never been there.
Yeah,
Where's that at?
It's in California.
Okay.
Yes.
Never been there. I've been to San Diego. We also got the seared snapper.
All right.
That's with the roasted potatoes, the lobster cream sauce, and some sautéed spinach. It's not regular spinach. It's sautéed spinach. You can pair that with a wine, the Frank family Chardonnay, or Napa.
No, it's out of Napa.
Oh, it's out of Napa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And then desserts. Here we go. We got a sticky toffee pudding.
Oh.
That's a brown sugar sponge cake with molasses cream. You know the old saying, slow as molasses? This is actually real molasses right here. You ever try to drip that out? It's really slow. That's where they get that from. It's also got candied pecans and vanilla ice cream. We got some beverages as well on the specials. We got the E-Fizz. That's Hendrick's Gin, Limoncello, pickled strawberries, and egg white. You could tell I was on the news yesterday because I'm speaking a little clearer right now.
You are.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Garland Gillen?
Yes.
What were y'all talking?
We were talking about everything: UFC, Saints, LSU, Pelicans.
Okay. We got some UFC. We need to
absolutely
lean on you for.
guy.
Since you're a working media.
Yeah,
yes.
I get it. That's what they call me now. Yeah. We got an Aperol sour. This is Aperol. What is that?
It's like I don't know, but I had a bunch of Aperol spritz in France, so it was. It was.
And you can pair that with honey syrup, tangerine juice. Lemon
that
juice.
sounds good.
Yeah, egg whites.
Okay. Barry the bartender's been beating the egg whites all morning.
And then we got Angostura bitters, which I know what bitters is. I don't know what Angostura is, but And then lastly, we got the Inglenook Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yes, the cab. Yes.
And that'll finish it off. There's a lot of nice features here at Rufino's.
We're gonna throw a bunch of things at you today.
Okay.
But I gotta respect your body a flag on you.
Okay.
Respect your body's fine. Salad, right? The healthy stuff, right?
Yeah, but man, you know how
really.
everything is in the world now. It's all opposite.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. It's like Bizarro.
Yeah, it's all opposite. It's all anything that you thought was one way, it's actually the other way. So that's really what respect your body means. And then, by the way, don't forget the first step to respecting your body is disrespecting it. You got to do that first. You can't just respect you.
The guy, when Derek Carr retired, I don't care. It's 9 in the morning. When I heard this, I got the news. I felt so good. I popped one. Yeah. I hadn't stopped drinking since, Mayo. Yep. Well, there was something. Hold the Mayo. Devin Snow with us today. It's a Friday edition of Live at Lunch. Live at Rufino's at 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny from Rufino's on Highland Road on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Hanny with the week off. Hold the Mayo. Devin Snow with us. Max as well. Let's go out to San Diego. Chris Macero. We're going to be this time next week. A couple hours later, we're going to be where the surf meets the turf at opening day at Del Mar. Chris, how you been, buddy?
I'm doing great, Jimmy. Your previous guest, is he still with you? I thought I didn't know what was going on. I thought I had Boston radio on. He had like the Boston accent down there.
You gotta get the St. Bernard Parish, dude. You gotta get the St. Bernard Parish.
New Orleans accent.
Yeah, man, it's different down here, dude.
Yes, indeed.
Very close. Very similar. Very similar.
So
I'd like to call it the mayor too.
Yeah. Chris, obvious Boston, just outside of Boston, and Devin, of course, from the New Orleans area. But now in San Diego. Are you in San Diego right now, Chris?
No. We're still in Vegas. We'll be here until driving back next Thursday. So still trying to pick off some future numbers, some rogue numbers. I was over at Westgate yesterday and over at Circa the previous couple days, and just trying to find some value with the Heisman market and the national championship market in college football.
What you made any plays on college football futures?
Yeah, well, I've been looking at a couple different guys that I think present some value in the Heisman market that we can kind of run through a little bit. And one of the guys I mentioned with Max the other day, and I think Alabama's going to have a huge season, and I'm kind of shocked that Ryan Williams is still sitting out there at 40-1, just based on the name recognition, some of the explosive highlight reel plays he had last year in the biggest games. And I feel like, maybe Milroe might have been a detriment to his, offensive production. He only had 48 catches, big-time catches, 18.1 yards per catch, 8 touchdowns and 2 touchdowns rushing. So I just think if Simpson can produce as a pocket passer, and with they're going to have so many weapons. The backfield's loaded. He's got another star receiver on the other side. I don't think they're going to be able to double cover him. I think that there's a possibility for him to have a massive year, and with already those highlight film stuff from last year in the back of people's minds, I think 40-1 and Ryan Williams is a pretty solid bet.
Yeah, I talked to Patrick Surtain, who's at my dad's funeral, who's now secondary coach with Florida State. Of course, his son's with the Denver Broncos. But I asked him, first of all, how are y'all? Because, if your quarterback's healthy, you go into the college football playoff, a 4-team playoff, and then, you go 3-9 the next year. And he said they expect to be better. They expect to be better. But he said that Alabama receiving corps is loaded. And, of course, it starts with Williams. And you got to think, this is a guy that should have been in high school last year, and he made the impact that he did. Alabama's struggles last year wasn't because of their guys like Ryan Williams. So, no, that's a shot. That's a shot. And, I'm not going to go back to last year's future that you had at an Ole Miss. Ole Miss hadn't had a roster like that since the 50s. And, now we getting all these positive reports about Jackson Dart and Giants camp. I'll believe it when I see it, okay? But, not many teams out there can do to Georgia what Ole Miss did to Georgia last year. And you had a live one. The runts, it's part of their history. It's in their head.
Well, what I like to try to do is I like to try to build, and I know I'm a big future parlay guy, so I like to try to, if I'm betting a parlay and I got 2 halves of the 3-team parlay in, and my third team takes a lead or is ahead in a baseball game, and I'm like, I'm going to win X amount of money, I immediately try to take a percentage of that, how much I'm going to win, on the opposing team at plus money, and I might put it with a future. So, you might have so many bad beats down the road, but every time you have a bad beat, if you're on top of the game, you're betting live, you're building your future portfolio for teams that you like. And I've done that throughout the season. And right now I have many bets on Alabama closing to Alabama for national championship. I have many bets closing to Clemson for national championship. So those 2 teams I thought were good value at double-digit odds. I have them at 14, 15-1. They're a little bit lower now. As the season gets closer, all the lines are going to get a little contracted. But a couple other long shots I was looking at too, and just based on some scheduling angles in conferences where maybe, hey, they get hot, they have the right quarterback, maybe they can get into the playoff at huge odds, and then you can probably monetize or hedge, or maybe you don't have to. Maybe you already have another team you like, and they play each other in the first round in the playoff, and, hey, you don't have to do anything. You're going to have one team move on. And those teams that I'm looking at right now are Louisville and Baylor. Louisville, 100-1 over at Westgate. They're getting Miller Moss as the transfer quarterback. We all saw what he did 2 years ago in the bowl game, coincidentally, against Louisville. We lit him up for 6 touchdowns. Loaded backfield, Isaac Brown, the freshman running back from last year, 1,173 yards. 2 stud receivers in the transfer portal. The offensive line is a little mismatched, but they got some transfers in. They're gonna be more than solid than not. Question is, how good is their defense? Not very good. But I just think this offense is so prolific, and if they can navigate the on-the-road spot against Pittsburgh, I believe it's September 27th, they could be looking at 5-0 heading to Miami. And I'm not sure how good this Miami team is. A lot of question marks about Carson Beck. A lot of question marks about the head coach. So, you never know. Maybe Louisville goes into Miami on a Friday night and they're 6-0. The schedule's a little tougher down the back end of the season, but hey, that's why you're getting 100-1. And you don't need him to win the championship. You just need him to get into the dance. So we'll see what happens with that one.
So everybody here, Max, Devin, the guy calls you up, Jordan, we're all at the Manning and Passing Academy.
Yeah.
Devin, you said that Miller Moss.
Yeah, we talked.
Jordan was giving him a little hell.
Oh yeah, I mean he shredded Ellis. You gotta be honest. He shredded.
Yeah,
he did.
He looked good against us.
He did. So you know that he can get hot. Now one thing I will say, man, that Pitt game that he's talking about, you know who the quarterback
was. Holstein there too.
Eli Holstein. I'm telling you. I love that dude from Zachary, Louisiana. I think he's going to have a great year this year. I kind of think of him like I think of Haynes King for Georgia Tech. Kind of same type.
King will get a little bit more yards with his legs.
Yeah.
But no, my son played youth league ball with Eli, and you could tell he could dunk the hell out of basketball. He's a good athlete, but he's got always has a big arm. Heck, I mean, Alabama signed him.
Absolutely.
A&M wanted him. Max?
No, I was going to point out his other pick, Baylor. I love that pick. They start right out of the gates with Auburn. Big 12's wide open, and Sawyer Robertson.
Yeah,
he was a standout to me at Manning Pass Academy. He looked awesome,
good.
And they return a lot of starters.
And Dave Aranda said, including his Big 12 championship team, he said this is his best roster that he's had at Baylor. And so, one thing we know about the Texas schools, whether in the Big 12, the SEC, they have a little NIL budget. They're going to be just fine, Chris.
Like if you look at like Max said, if you look at the schedule, all the tough Big 12 games are at home. You got Arizona State at home, you have Utah at home, you have Houston at home, you have to go at SMU, but that's not a conference game. The next thing you know, the Auburn game's not a conference game either. And like you just said, they return a lot of starters, 10 starters on offense, 18 total starters back. They were 300 to 1. They were 300 to 1 yesterday at Westgate. I'm not sure what they are today because I bet them already. So we'll see what they move. I didn't check if they moved the line, but Sawyer Robinson, to Max's point, he's 70 to 1 at Circa for the Heisman. 3,000 yards last year, 28 and 8 touchdown interception ratio, 62% completion percentage. There's no reason why that this team at 300 to 1 can't make it into the playoff in a wide open Big 12.
All right, let's try and find at Indiana this year. So, with a 12-team playoff, it's out there in the schedules. The schedules are huge. Paul Stone earlier this week was heavy on Baylor as well. And, of course, right out the chute, opening week, Auburn comes to town, and Paul Stone taking the points, home dog with the Baylor Bears in that one. Saratoga opening day yesterday, bombs away, huh? Some big prices at Saratoga. You got any races that stick out to you today?
Yeah, it's really kind of a washed out card. Everything's off the turf. There's a lot of scratches. I'll try to find two plays that I can give you guys. Race 5. We have Dale Roman's horse, Madeline's Promise, the 2. It looks like the lone speed in the race. You're going to have Junior Alvarado go straight to the front, and the horse that should be stalking this horse is the number 1, Always Practical. It's Jose Lascano for Linda Rice. So I think you're going to have a lone speed on a wet track. That horse tends to get away, and the 1 should be closing, maybe passes in the lane, maybe doesn't, but I think you might be safe with a 1-2 exacta box in the 5th race at Saratoga.
Number 5, number 5, 5th race, 1-2, Always Practical. In Madeline's Promise, 7-2 and 3-1 morning lines. Number 5, 1 and 2. And what else?
And then in race 10, another race that's been washed off the turf and a lot of scratches. You're getting an also eligible horse that was in just for main track only, so you always like to look for those horses. So the number 15, soon-to-be king, George Weaver with Eric Cancel. Now, Eric Cancel is no one's favorite jockey, and a lot of times they put him on a horse because the horse is due to win just to kind of suppress the price a little bit. This horse had trouble from the rail last time, still ended up getting second. So I think this horse with the outside draw is going to probably win this race easy as an also eligible horse. The 15, soon to be king. I know it's only 5-2, probably get bet down, but you might be able to end your day on a wing note.
All right, soon to be king. All one word. Love those horse names. And so, speaking of names, Max likes to hold his head high, because he scored, basically double than me on our ACT placement test, so he's twice as intelligent. But could you explain?
Not shocking, Jim.
Can you explain how to spell your name and help Max out a little bit?
Oh yeah, my name is spelled Macero. And it's right there on my Twitter page. It says
Got that, Max?
Macero at Real
Did I spell it wrong?
Wait. Yeah, y'all butchered it on the
I'm just
Are
going
you going to give Jordan? You're going to give Jordan look at Max. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I spell it every day on the baseball show.
That's a Louisiana spelling.
Yeah.
Hey, before you let me go, let me just, I'd hate to not mention my favorite player coming into this year, and that's our buddy Darian Mensah. He's over at Duke. Duke is minus 155 over 6.5, I believe, at Circa and DraftKings. I only see one automatic loss on the schedule. That might be at Clemson. There's a lot of hype about this Illinois team, but they're coming to Duke, and I think Duke's going to have a really, really solid defense this year, a lot of returning starters, a really strong secondary, and I think Mensah is going to upgrade this offense tremendously. So one of my favorite plays is over Duke 6.5 wins. I have Duke at 1,000-1 to win the national championship. Probably not going to happen. And I do have Mensah 200-1 for the Heisman.
We've had so many discussions about Mensah out of Tulane. I cannot believe the Auburns of the world and others did not scoop up on him ahead of Duke. I'm floored. Everybody likes to throw that term out there. College quarterbacks, dual quarterback. It's code for running quarterback. A lot of time. No, he's a guy that could do both pretty good. Better than that. He can throw it a little bit. He can run it a little bit. Yes. So, and he's only going to get better. He only completed 66% of his passes last year. Yeah.
Is that good?
I mean, yeah. In first year starting, absolutely.
As a freshman,
Chris,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Chris, see you next week, man. Looking forward to it. Where the surf meets the turf, my man.
Thanks, guys. Safe travels, Jimmy.
All right. Yes, indeed. Don't forget our friends at Legacy Title. Chad Reynolds, Legacy Title for all of your real estate closings. 296-0060, full-service title company servicing all of South Louisiana. Ashley Donald, Mariana Haynes, Adrian Galata, Michael Platt, Natalie and Bradford Smith, buying, building, refinancing. Nobody choose but you. Choose Chad Reynolds and Legacy Title. Live at lunch, live at Rufino's, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch with Odd and Hanny from Rufino's on Highland Road on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Yeah, you can just tell.
Yes, indeed. So, Macero, our favorite. He's got a cook crib in PB, and let's just say his, some people have their, I don't know, like if you're an Auburn alum, you got your Auburn flag, right? Out of town and stuff like that, you're representing. So let's just say his flags are not quite the same as the rest of the California crew. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Hey, this is where we normally have Troy, and I was going to lean on you for Troy because we always lean on him for UFC for the odds and for some picks and things like that. How big of a deal is this next weekend down in the Dome? Poirier's Swan Song. I mean,
so it's in the blender.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's not as big as because look at
the other card is not quite as strong.
Well, no, it's not that. I was just saying, look at the history of combat sports in New Orleans. Like, it was a big deal back in the 70s, the 80s. You had all these guys coming to fight in the Dome and stuff like that. That's
really?
UFC
and stuff?
No, I'm talking about boxing.
Boxing. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, this is rightfully deserved, to be honest with you. This city has a history with combat.
They do have, yes.
Okay. So I'm happy to see it back. It's been 10 years. The last time UFC came down here, last time UFC, that was 10 years ago, it was a fight night card. Poirier was on it, but, Poirier is such a bigger star at this point. I mean, he's top 5 most notable guys in UFC.
Top 5, Max? Is that fair?
Okay. And Max Holloway, the guy he's fighting, Max Holloway, is probably right there with him. Top 5 most notable guys in the UFC. 2 of the most likable guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's good guy versus good guy, but they both are known for just standing
How many times did you fight McGregor? I know I had a ticket on him one time, and he beat him as a dog.
3 times. I'm sorry, yeah.
He won the trilogy fight.
Yeah.
It was a broken leg or whatever. So
we won 2 out of 3 from McGregor. And McGregor, I mean,
he fell off after that.
I know, but is he? I mean, he's one of the most notable figures. I mean,
Dustin will beat him 10 out of 10 times at this point.
That division, 155, dominates everything. You think about Charles Oliveira, also one of the more popular fighters. So that's the most popular fighting division in the UFC.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
so it goes down as I mean, we're going there, but top 5, historically, I mean,
no, I'm talking about right now. Yeah, like right now, Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway, in my opinion, top 5 most popular fighters in the UFC.
Okay.
Yeah.
He got to Louisiana. Just saying, I mean, people from this state are a little bit more down to earth.
Yeah.
To say, not so full of themselves and kind of,
That's Poirier.
I mean, I got to tell you, for UFC, we're watching Wimbledon over here. A center is up 6-3 love in the second set, rolling past Djokovic. So I think when Djokovic saw Alcaraz win, he can't beat both of these guys. But anyway, that's why they like Alcaraz alike. He's just so humble. He mixes in with the ball boys. He's celebrating Poirier. How excited is he to come down and have his last fight in Louisiana?
He's been working for this for a while.
Oh, so he's going to take a little pride. This is not just some cash grab.
This is well overdue.
What's the odds?
So Poirier is a favorite, and I think he's like a minus.
Matt, you looking for this? How do you not know this?
I think he's a minus 200 or something.
Is it that high?
Yeah, it might be a little lower now, but I think he started at like minus 200 now. I don't necessarily agree with the odds because Max Holloway is a guy that I think it should be like even. To be honest with you, I really do.
No, Poirier's plus 105.
Damn, so it's moved.
It's moved a little bit.
Yeah.
He was a slight favorite last I looked, but he's now a slight underdog. One thing to note, Jimmy, as much as I'm rooting for him, and I'll have a bet on Poirier because it's a retirement fight, and a lot of retirement fights don't go very well for these fighters. They kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. They know it's their last fight.
But is this not one of the last fights for his opponent as well?
No.
Holloway's got some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
Max Holloway at UFC 300, he was the guy. I don't know if you saw the clip. He was the guy that knocked out Justin Gaethje at the last second. They just started swinging in the middle of the octagon. So Max Holloway knocked him out at the last second. In my opinion, it was one of the most ridiculous moments in UFC history.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
It was unbelievable. He basically said, hey, come here to the center, and they just started swinging, and he knocked him out
into
cold.
the 5th round. It was just like a
At the
gentleman's
buzzer,
agreement.
Where was this?
This was in Miami.
In
UFC
Miami?
300. And
the one like in the spring, huh?
What month?
Like April, March?
This would have been last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And anyway, knocked him out at as the time is expiring, literally like 2 seconds.
Dana White was drooling, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, it was amazing. I was in my house with it was like 10 of my friends, and we were all it was so crammed in there, and I just remember everybody just freaking out.
Yeah, went nuts.
It was crazy.
To the point about that division, Justin Gaethje, another popular fighter, saw him in the Beau Rivage last year, rolling dice, big dice player.
Wow,
So
I know he's a big golf player.
This guy's everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, Beau Rivage, a bazillion times. I don't see this guys rolling dice.
You going to be at the Met Gala this year or what? Jesus Lord. Yeah. No. And then you got a couple of Louisiana people on the UFC card too. So you got Dustin Poirier, obviously, but you also got Brendan Allen, who's a Covington guy. I've actually had him on my podcast. He's a great dude. Well-known fighter, beating a bunch of big names. He's on a slight losing streak right now, so he's definitely looking to win this fight in New Orleans against Marvin Vettori, who they have real beef. They actually swung at each other in a casino. Speaking of casinos, they swung at each other.
Where? In Vegas?
I forget exactly which one, but they got the video on the internet. They went at each other in the casino, and that's real beef right there. And then you also got Carly Judas, who's just knocks her last opponent out first round. She's from up north Louisiana. So
you've been credentialed for the event?
I got approved on my way here, man.
So in what capacity? I mean, are you on the field? You in the octagon? You up in the nosebleed where they put the press box in the with Smoothie? I mean, are you going to ask them where's their favorite red beans? I mean, I have no idea. Are you going to be starstruck? Are you going to be professional? Are you asking them for autographs? I think I still get starstruck. You can bring respect your body. By the way, where's mine? You had some for me last year.
It hasn't came out yet. Trust me.
Come on, man.
Got you.
So wait, what is your role? What is your role? You part fan, you part media, you juggling the two? Tell me what's going on.
All right. I love that question, actually. So when I started HoldTheMayo in 2019, there was no red beans. I started HoldTheMayo as sports. I started this call-in show. Yeah. So I've always done the call-in show since 2019.
Okay.
So that's how I started. I wanted to have extra avenues because that's just how I am. I just wanted some different avenues. But it's all. I mean, my love is sports. That's always been my love. I love to bet. I love watching UFC, NFL, college football, NBA. All the local teams and everything like that. So I'll never quit that. I'm gonna wrap up the all being all day thing before I ever wrap up sports. No doubt about it. So it's actually a blessing to be able to get media because this is things I dreamed of. I dreamed of this when I was a little kid. People talk about what they dreamed of as a little kid. That's what I dreamed of.
When did you come here? It was during college basketball season. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You were here with Charlie. I was in Tuscaloosa at the time.
Yeah.
Moving my son back in.
Correct.
I gave you some basketball winners.
Right. That's right. Who was it again?
We got no. I think it was Auburn or Alabama. I think Auburn was at home, but it was some SEC games.
I feel like they all hit.
They all hit. Listen,
that's why I love you.
I'm going to introduce you to something.
Yeah.
We're going to watch tennis tomorrow morning.
Oh, my God.
I got one. I got you a live, dog.
Okay.
Oh, I got you
a
live. I got you a live.
I ain't got nothing to watch other than that.
Trust me. 10 a.m. They're giving us 2 hours of extra sleep for strawberries and cream. Look, I'm gonna sneak my own bottle of Mums in, pop it in at the Queen tomorrow. Pow, we're going to have it on the big screen.
Bro, look. Not Ponchatoula strawberries, unfortunately.
Oh, this guy. He got strawberries and cream.
Okay.
You know that. You know that, right?
Yeah, where you got them from?
Wimbledon, but Wimbledon and strawberries and cream.
No, I don't watch tennis like that.
United Community Bank, the local way to bank big with locations from Baton Rouge to Golden Meadow. We've been serving the people of Southern Louisiana for over 50 years.
Because Adam Sandler.
Our great team of bankers, my man Prentice Wilkes, Heath Meir, Nicole Glover, Hunter Creed, David Campbell, David Henry. United Community Bank, your business is our business. We support the hardworking folks behind local business. From initial startup loans to ongoing planning and assessments, United Community Bank is here for you. United Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. I'm giving you that pick when we come back.
Adi Agassi. Adi Agassi, ladies and gentlemen. Adi McEnroe.
Live at lunch. Live at Rufino's, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch with Odd and Hanny from Rufino's on Highland Road on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All right, try and make this quick. So it's a big underdog because, in the women's final tomorrow, Iga Swiatek, Swiatek, she's got 5 majors, and this girl's in her first major final. But she beat the number 1 and beat her off the ground. She's good. She's playing better than she ever has. She had some depression issues. She took 8 months off, and she didn't even qualify for Wimbledon last year. But this was no upset that she beat Sabalenka, the world's number 1.
Okay.
On this surface, Sabalenka beat Swiatek on Swiatek's best surface, 6-love in the third set.
Okay.
In the French. Now this is more of a big hitter surface a serving heavy surface, which goes to Amanda Anisimova.
That's who you talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Anisimova. She's plus 185 where you have an account at DraftKings.
Yeah.
I'll be over at the Queen plowing down on it as well. I don't know how she's going to lose.
Okay,
tomorrow.
Let's go.
Okay, the stage was fine in the semifinals. Plus 185.
I'm in.
Okay?
What time? What day they play?
10 a.m.
Okay.
You're late. You got to get on it. Okay. Strawberries and cream. Okay.
All right. I don't know why I'm writing that down, but yeah, no.
You get a little yogurt, a little vanilla extract, and fresh berries. Just throw it in there.
Get granola.
Croissants.
Yeah.
No, you throw the granola in there as well.
Man.
So stick in some Mums. It's affordable, bubbly. Okay. Pop it. Bam. Respect your body.
Yeah, respect your body.
Breakfast at Mayo at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Live at lunch, live at Rufino's, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
He's out there somewhere in the world. Maybe even your local sports book.
Can anybody help us?
Let's bring in Bruce Marshall.
Brucey, how you doing, man? It's been a while.
Hey, yeah. Hope you had a good 4th. And, getting ready for Media Day onslaught the next 2 weeks.
What's your schedule? What's your Media Day schedule? Lay it out for us.
I'll be down in Atlanta. Whoever you guys got down there, I'll see them.
Okay.
I'll see them there. I'll be in D.C. for a couple days. Then I'm going to Charlotte for the ACC for a couple days. And I'm going to come back to Vegas for the end of the Big Ten, so I'll actually be to catch the tail end of the Big Ten. I'll get
Big Ten's in Vegas, huh?
Yeah, Big Ten's in Vegas. I think my one regret is I think I'm going to miss Belichick, though, in Charlotte, because they got him right at the end.
They sent in his girlfriend, though.
Yeah, that's right. I will guarantee you there's going to be more interest for his girlfriend than him.
Seriously, Bruce, from a real sports or even a handicapper perspective, you got to be wondering. I know North Carolina fans are like, "Wait, man, I don't know if we signed. This is not what we signed up for," kind of deal. But is he just going to be able to? They got it all, the shenanigans straight, and they're going to block and tackle better than what they've done before. I mean, we know he can just flat out coach. I mean, or is this how much of a impact on the actual what we're going to see on the field is all these distractions?
That's the question here, and I think this could go a couple of different directions. Well, I guess that applies to almost every team, Jimmy. But to the point, this could all unravel and go wrong. I mean, it's been a couple of years since he coached. The circumstances surrounding this are a little bit odd. It's not like, the one analogy you sort of make to this is when Bill Walsh came back to Stanford after he left the 49ers. But that was a little bit different. He had been at Stanford before. He was a Bay Area guy. There was a homecoming feeling about when Walsh went back. This is completely different, and it took him a while to put his staff together. They didn't bring their quarterback in until after spring, Lopez from South Alabama, and then you've got all the stuff. I think it's just a lot of background noise with his girlfriend there, but that wasn't like what Bubba Cunningham was expecting when he made the hire, and now they brought in another AD, for down like a future hire for an AD, so. Cunningham's sort of easing his way out. But, the old P.T. Barnum saying, no publicity is bad publicity, that was not uttered by Bubba Cunningham. I mean, he would rather not have. He's had to put out a lot of fires with Belichick's girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, and that he wasn't expecting to do. So, it's sort of an uneven start. And I don't know how it's going to turn out for North Carolina. We'll see.
Bruce, I was down on the coast for 4th of July weekend yesterday a little bit, and so we had to throw a little bit down on the Club World's Cup, I think it is now, tomorrow in New York. 3 o'clock Central Time, maybe 3 Eastern, one of those. But PSG and Chelsea. So, is my son accurate and tell me that PSG came from the much tougher side of the bracket on this thing?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you look at who PSG has beaten on the way, and even starting in the group phase, and they actually lost their second game in the group phase to a South American side. But Atletico de Madrid 4-0. They beat Real Madrid in the last round 4-0. They beat Bayern Munich 2-0. I mean, they have really taken the cream of the European crop and just sort of dominated them coming in. And Chelsea has been, they got here beating Fluminense from Brazil in the semifinals, so they've had an easier road. Chelsea's been, somewhat impressive here, but the way PSG just picked up really where it left off in the Champions League at the end of the regular season with a very similar looking team, and just really dominated some really good sides here in the States. I don't think Chelsea may not get beat as bad as Real Madrid and Atletico did, but there's a lot of new faces that they brought in at Chelsea, so they're not a finished product yet. I'd be very shocked if PSG doesn't win this game handily tomorrow.
What's the line on that game tomorrow? So trying to think.
Yeah, they are a good favorite here. Let me just double check.
Yeah, the three-way is -65. Yeah. Three-way -65. So I'd be willing to lay that in regular time. So we'll see. And in the trial run for the World Cup next year here in the States.
Yeah, and I think one thing that I don't like about any of these tournaments here in the Western Hemisphere, and that the Chelsea PSG game is a Sunday at the Meadowlands. But
Sunday, okay, not Saturday. All right.
Yeah, Sunday. They play these games in the afternoon in the States here, and it is really hot. And that's what happened in '94. Back to the Mexico World Cup in '86. You see these sides having to take these heat breaks in the middle of each half, or they come off the field, they have to get water. That's the problem when the United States hosts something like this, because the schedule is geared for European TV. They want nighttime TV over there, so you got to play these games over here. And I think they lose something with sapped by all this heat. And I frankly, I like watching it more when the games are played at night. So I kind of like when the World Cups and all that are over, and that's why I like the Euros when they come every 4 years. They're always playing night games over there. So I think that's kind of a negative. And I know the crowd showed up for the bigger matches here. Not all the Club World Cup matches, but PSG and Real Madrid drew big crowds. So I'm sure we'll have good crowds next summer. But I just don't like having to play so many games in the afternoon. It really it saps the teams a little bit too much in the heat.
So if they're playing like at Houston or Jerry World, they're going to have the roof. I mean, it's going to be dome, though, some of those.
Yeah.
But I guess like maybe in Miami or something like that. Atlanta would be in a but I guess it's pretty hot up in New York right now, too. You know,
sure. Yeah, and these games in California, too. I mean, the ones there, that was really hot in June and July. So, I guess they'll alleviate that somewhat with the domes.
Yeah.
But I prefer the games at night.
Bruce, you're pretty fair in your commentary, never been slanted. But, I mean, for 40 years, the soccer enthusiasts have been saying, no, we're coming. U.S., we're improving. We're doing this. And then the soccer haters are like, man, we've heard this crap, okay? Yeah. All right, and where in between are we exactly? I mean, what as far as this country? Now, you get the automatic qualification for it, but, Sunday with the Mexico thing, but there were a couple of key players out. But still, I mean, where are we with the growth of American soccer?
Well, if you measure it just by the national team, I mean, we're no further than we were 25 years ago.
No way.
Or 30. I mean, in '94, we got to the knockout stage even.
Right.
And lost a close match to Brazil there. 2002, USA got to the quarterfinals actually. So we've sort of been here before, but I don't think we've improved any as a national team. But that's the thing. If you just look at it from the national team perspective, I think there are more players coming out of the States now. There are more than playing in Europe. And you see a better crop of players. That doesn't always translate into the national team. And the fact the MLS portion of it, they play a schedule, a different time of the year than Europe. We're not on that European schedule from September to May. They're doing more of like an MLB sort of a schedule. So we're off on the calendar on MLS from the World Soccer calendar. That doesn't help. And I am really skeptical on this hire of Pochettino as a coach. I think he's overrated. He had that one big year at Tottenham, but booted at Chelsea since then. He got moved out at PSG after a year. I wouldn't react too much.
Coach a national team.
Yeah, it's the national team. I wouldn't react too much to the Gold Cup because a lot of the players, some of them were playing in the Club World Cup, so that's not probably the team that Pochettino is going to have next summer. But they're still, they don't look, from what I saw, they don't look as good as they did under the last coach. And I don't know that he's the guy. Bottom line is we're sort of there, but I don't think as far as the national team goes, we've made we're probably not where we were back in 2002. That's my thought.
Devin, about your followers, and will they get into it next summer?
We're talking about the USA?
Your followers, your people that follow you and doing you.
But just I agree with everything he just said. 100%. I don't think they hired the right guy. I think we had the chance to get the right guy. I really do think we had a chance, but they didn't get the right guy. So I mean, even looking back in 2014 when I was in college, I was in Baton Rouge when we had Dempsey. It was Donovan's last run. You had Tim Howard, all these guys, and they beat Portugal. That was, we were happy for that. I don't think they're going to do that.
Bruce, Devin Snow is the biggest influencer in the city of New Orleans and social media. Heck, they even had a Mardi Gras float after him. So he's quite a character. He's here with us today since Charlie's on vacation at the beach complaining about the sand. But anyway, we talked about earlier, he did sort of a post-game show, call-in show, after Derek Carr retired, and said it was one of the top 5 exciting moments in Saints history.
It was. It was, man.
Okay, there you go.
It was like being released from shackles.
Bruce, though, before the Dempsey, tell him, Bruce, how good was that catch, that throw and catch to set up the 62, 63-yard field goal against the Lions?
Al Dodd's catch from Kilmer was one of the greatest catches I've ever seen in NFL history. That he got both feet in bounds, barely, stretched out at the sideline, and he had to get out of bounds too. That was as good a catch as you've ever seen. But I mean, I can remember back watching the Saints' first game and John Gilliam returning that kickoff against the Rams in '67, and actually their first preseason game that year was actually in Anaheim Stadium against the Rams, because I think the Saints trained at the start in California, I believe, their first team. And oh, by the way, the Saints back then, just a fashion note, the gold the Saints wore back then was more of a copper gold.
Right.
Much better than this sort of dirty gold, this sort of light gold they got now. Go back to the what they looked like in '67. I'd be all for those uniforms. That copper sort of thing jumps out much more than this very gloss version of gold they're wearing now.
They had to sell copper to get them jerseys.
Matt, Bruce, I can tell you this, though. Be careful with criticizing the uniforms. It's the biggest source of conversation we have.
It's all we got
with the Saints.
It's our Super Bowl.
I mean, man, they got new helmets.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, going back to the moments, though, real quick, because I talked to Mike Triplett about this at a golf tournament a couple of days ago. Hakeem fumbles the ball. That's got to be in there, 100%. People talk a lot of mess about Aaron Brooks. He was the first Saints quarterback to win a playoff game.
That's right.
So that was definitely in there. Let's see. When we came back in the Dome, Gleason.
Yes, the Falcons Monday night game.
Yeah, blocking the punt.
Vikings NFC Championship game.
Tracy Porter.
Well, that was in Miami. Yeah, but
Tracy.
Yes.
Think about it, it's really both games because
we always do. Manning would throw a game-clinching touchdown for the Saints.
Yeah. I'm trying to think
a game-winning throw, I should say.
Yeah. And there's another one.
Archie's first game too in '71 against the Rams when he scored on that last play, and everything for a bit seemed very exciting there. But
and I could also
first ever game. It sort of was all downhill after that. But Archie's first game was pretty exciting too in '71.
It's easier to put up the top 5 worst moments too. I can tell you one of them. I'm thinking in my head right now is when we played the Browns in '99 and Tim Couch
Big Ben.
Couch threw that. Yeah.
Well, it was a Hail Mary of the Browns for their first win.
Yes.
Tampa Bay, their first win.
Yeah.
And it killed us. It wasn't the Atlanta 20-17. Big Ben, Alfred Jenkins. Yeah. We got plenty of misery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Only a team that's ever retired a quarterback's jersey has never had a winning season.
John Carney missing a field goal.
Eric Slavin, too. That was one of the greatest draft picks. Yeah, he sucked as a kicker and a punter. So, anyway, hey, Bruce, we had Colucci on yesterday. He said, man, they have been racking up with these people chasing the Dodgers 6 in a row that they've lost all at premium prices.
Yes, I bet Colucci and some of the others. I'm going over to the South Point and seeing Vinny Magliulo in a little bit, so I bet they're going to say the same thing. But, yeah, I mean, this season – it's a lot of this back and forth, and you've seen several teams go on these hot runs for a bit, and then some others going in these sort of surprising slumps. The Yankees just had one a couple weeks ago. The Dodgers are in one right now. I really wonder about the Dodgers now. They are getting some pitchers back here. Glasnow pitched the other day.
Snell around the corner.
Is due to come back soon, but keeping these guys in one piece is going to be, they've been fragile. And if you're relying on Kershaw, he's had injury problems lately. Yoshinobu has had some bad outings lately. I am pretty sure they're going to be active at the deadline to bring some, and they usually are. Sometimes it works, like Flaherty worked okay last year. Lance Lynn 2 years ago didn't work out too well for them. But I guarantee you they're going to try to look for pitching, and I'm really curious who might be selling at the deadline. I mean, a team like the Orioles you thought maybe would sell, but they're playing better now.
Yes.
And they're not in actually, they got a ways to go, but the Tigers weren't in any better shape than the Orioles at this stage last year. They've talked about Charlie Morton being moved. Morton has actually pitched pretty well lately. But if the Orioles aren't going to sell and some of these other teams don't sell, that's the other thing. So I think those 2 weeks after the All-Star break,
that's what the expanded playoff has done, is made it. It's expanded where teams are more in contention, and it has kind of clouded the picture. Well, there's like, which way are we going to go? I mean, okay, you got to try and get a wild card. Do you really think you got it with a roster to make a run? And so it's just it's a very interesting approaching the trade deadline. Anything you like on a full card tonight? It's the last weekend series for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the MLB before the All-Star break for this week.
A couple of things I would watch here. In the last week here, the Angels pitching staff has really struggled here lately. And this series against Texas, I mean, they won 2 of the 4 games. I was actually there the Tuesday game that was 13-1 the other way with Texas. But they gave up 37 runs across those 4 games. And that's been the sort of thing people have been watching. The pitching has been okay for the Angels, but it may unravel. If it's starting to unravel now, they're in trouble. Tyler Anderson had a tough June. They're playing the D-backs tonight. Ryan Nelson has been really, really good for a couple months. And that's not a bad price to take Arizona tonight. Speaking of Texas, the Bats have come alive. And tonight they're playing in Houston. And McCullers hasn't been all that great. Houston did lose those games to Cleveland this week. But I'm thinking over there, if Texas is scoring runs like this, Leiter is not. He is the less bad of the 2 Vanderbilt pitchers. Kumar Rocker should not be in the rotation. Leiter isn't much better. I think that one's probably an over tonight. And I might look under Miami and Baltimore. Miami involved in a lot of lower scoring games. Cabrera, though, has put up some pretty good numbers lately. Kramer had put up some good numbers for Baltimore until his last start, but he had a stretch of about 6 straight where his ERA was about 2. They got this total at 8.5 tonight. Miami plays a lot of lower scoring games, and their offense is liable to go in the blink like it just did those last 2 games in Cincinnati. So I might look under in that one tonight.
You get under 9 at DraftKings at the Queen, local DraftKings outlet. Texas over 8.5, and in Arizona, I love that Arizona pick, -116. Nelson Carroll is back about a week now, and now he's hitting his stride. Because he's so important to that lineup. Leading off, the former NL Rookie of the Year. Brucey, great stuff as always. Thank you, man. Good luck to you this weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, thank you, Jimmy.
All right. Don't forget our friends at Total Maintenance. That AC breaks down. Man, we were at Devin. We had one of our sponsors, and the bartender says, man, my AC's been out for 3 days. What? You need to call 480-1000. 480-1000 because you'll never sleep hot if you call Total Maintenance. Service today, every day means same-day service. Call today. Get service today. One of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC heating companies since 1980. Lucas Ragusa, my buddy, who's a tech, the manager, owner, he is every step of the way, paid his dues. He's the one that brought me to that Gleason game. Against the Falcons.
I was there.
We went to the Arizona and Minnesota wins.
Yeah.
In the Superdome.
Reggie Bush Juke.
Yeah, that was his day.
Bring the wood.
Dude,
I'll never forget it.
That was awesome. Yes, indeed. It's one of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC heating companies since 1980. Factory authorized dealers for Carrier, American Standard, Daikin, and Rheem products. It's hot. It's hot. It breaks down. Got to call the people going to get to it that day. Again, service today, every day, same-day service. Total Maintenance, 480-1000, 480-1000. Live at lunch, live at Rufino's, 104.45 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch with Odd and Hanny from Rufino's on Highland Road on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back. Live at lunch, live at Rufino's. A little update from Wimbledon. Djokovic with a little life. Sinner won the first 2 sets, 6-3, 6-3. But Djokovic is up a break in the 3rd set, 3-love. So Sinner serving at 0-3 in the 3rd set. So going to be a tough path. Maybe Joker will get a set here, but I really don't give him much of a chance. Obviously so. I got a kick out of the we had a lot of fun. What was it? that ESPN. You remember that power rating they would do? And I'm drawing a blank right now as far as their power rating. College football, when LSU goes to Alabama and beats them, they still had Alabama as with a higher power rating. So Wimbledon's coverage on ESPN, IBM is a sponsor. And so they go, let's go to the IBM AI analytics gauge.
IBT?
And so they said, boom, right now they give Alcaraz a 60% chance at winning. He was up a break in the first set. 60% chance to 40% over Taylor Fritz. So 60 to 40, that's 150. I mean, if you broke it down, no juice, it'd be minus 150.
Okay.
You know what the line was at the time? I said I got to look at this. This is such horse crap.
What was it?
Minus 750.
Oh.
IBM. Take your little stupid. I mean, what?
Yeah, if I needed a few dollars for McDonald's.
I mean, yeah, y'all put out lines like that, IBM. See how much y'all going to be putting at that garbage.
Yeah,
I mean,
awful.
What was the damn power rating system? I can't remember it now. Somebody will text me with it, but it was ESPN's power poll or whatever. LSU goes to Alabama and beats them. They still had Alabama rated ahead of it.
Oh, really?
One of the greatest teams ever. I was mentioning again, I was talking to Sertan, was one of my favorite players my dad coached, without a doubt.
Miami.
And he said, he played with the Dolphins and the Chiefs a little bit. He's a finalist for the Hall of Fame, never got there, but he's coaching at Florida State now. He used to coach at American Heritage, who's going to the West Bank to play Carr this year. So pretty cool. Got word yesterday they're going to put a decal on the back of the helmets for my dad this season. But he said, man, because his son played on that 2019. He says, I've never seen as much talent on the field as that LSU-Alabama game.
Oh, yeah.
2019.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Jefferson and Chase and
man,
Burrow.
We were spoiled.
I mean, just start from there, man.
Yeah, no, we were spoiled. That was best team I had seen in LSU history, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, you saw the results, but that was the best team I had ever seen, ever. It was so easy. It was so easy.
You know, my favorite thing, two things that people don't remember about that team, that when I talk about nationally, they don't realize, I've said it a million times here, and I apologize to our audience for being redundant, but the opponent never had the ball in a one-score game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So whenever they pull within one score, Burrow would go down and score.
Easy.
They had an onside kick we had to recover, or Clyde pushed the pile.
Clyde was amazing that year.
Clyde was great.
Dude, he was amazing.
In the Alabama game, he was really, really special. So that, and of course, now what's documented is they beat more top 10 teams that year, and also top teams that finished in the top 10. It's really not close.
Right.
But for instance, like I separate who was top 10 at the time and who finished. Like Texas was top 10 at the time when LSU played them in 2019. They didn't finish.
Right.
But Auburn did. Alabama did. Georgia did. Clemson did.
Yeah.
Oklahoma did. Finished in the top 10. So speaking of college football, a lot of people getting their college football fix, when my son would stay on that damn Xbox when I was a kid,
it just dropped.
I threatened to go, put it under the lawnmower.
Yeah.
Sometimes you had similar experiences with your dad when you hung out.
My dad would come turn it off. Period.
With the wig. Is that an accurate depiction of his hairline? Huh?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I didn't think
he
so.
Hates it. I love it. He hates.
Can you get approval from him that if I sit in and play him in the role with the wig?
I'm sure he'd love it. It'd be anything better than what I do. He told me I'm a owe him money for that.
But you getting into this whatever it's college football 26, whatever the hell they call it.
Of course, I've been streaming it on Twitch. I've been streaming it on Twitch, and so what happens is you play what's called a dynasty. Yeah, so you start your team. Right now, I'm doing it with Pitt.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm doing it with Eli Holstein.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just lost a game to Louisville, the game that my man was talking about earlier. Yeah. I just lost that game, but I shouldn't have. So it was a 10-7 game, and the game is new, so it's got glitches, right? So what happened was it was 10-7. I'm driving down the field. They got a minute left. And my guy, they say he fumbles. Well, I go check the instant replay. Well, his knee and his butt cheek are on the ground.
Did you have a? Can you challenge?
It was under 2 minutes, and the game had a glitch to where the officials didn't review it. So I got screwed out of that game. Yeah, it was not a fumble. I got pitches and everything, dude.
So you get a bad call at a video game?
Dude, I was livid. I was livid. I sat there for 10 minutes.
Do you have a challenge option outside of 2 minutes in this game?
No, you can't.
So there's no challenge.
There's no challenge.
Okay.
Oh, no. Outside of 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
But under 2 minutes, you don't, so it's up to the officials, which means it's up to the whoever made the game.
This is ass backwards. Because in real life, you usually don't challenge as many things, especially in college and NBA basketball.
This would be
until
official,
the last 2 minutes.
This would be official reviewed 10 out of 10 times in real life. This was a mess. This should have never happened.
Freeze frame it. You gotta.
Oh, I have I tagged college football, all of that, dude. I was so mad because it was like the fourth game of the year. You know, we were both 3-0. I had recruits in town, so you know these games are advanced. I had recruits in town. You know, I'd already taken them out to eat and everything. I was like, yeah, come watch us. We're gonna beat Louisville. And sure enough, that's how the game ended. So you know, the recruits were pissed off. It was.
You lost some recruits because of it, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm mad about it. I really am, man.
Where did they flip to?
They were actually looking at Syracuse, which I'm like, dude, I beat Syracuse all day long.
It's cold up there, man.
I mean, come on, Syracuse, like, this is easy until you get screwed in a game like that. It was over.
And that was at Pitt?
That was at Pitt.
And you play in Louisville, beat you at home, huh?
Beat us at home, man. Shouldn't have. It was around.
One of Paul Stone's picks of the year in the individual games. He likes Pitt on the road at West Virginia.
Yeah. So
West Virginia's down this year with Rich Rod. When you make a coaching change in this era of college football, your roster usually takes a hit.
I will say something about West Virginia last year. I did bet on them a couple times, and they were scrappy.
Yeah,
they were scrappy. So I can't say that they were horrible, but another team they got to play. Talking about Pitt is Notre Dame.
They play Notre Dame this year.
Towards the end of the year.
That's one of Notre Dame's 6 ACC games.
Yeah, towards the end of the year. So they actually got a pretty tough schedule, to be honest.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you play Xbox with
Lenny Fournette.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's on Warzone. He's one of the best Warzone players in the country.
Really?
He's on Call of Duty. Yeah, he's one of the best in the country.
What is Warzone and Call of Duty are separate, or are they
same? It's a game mode in Call of Duty. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he's really good.
He's really good.
He's really good.
And so y'all,
yeah.
How do you arrange playing with Leonard Fournette?
Well, I met Lenny during Super Bowl media.
Okay, he was down there?
Yeah, so I had walked out of the convention center.
Is he doing media now?
No. So I walked outside at the convention center, and I went to go grab a beer. I was looking for somewhere to grab a beer. And on the corner, I saw Leonard Fournette doing a vlog. And I said, Lenny, hey, I never go up to people and I'm like, hey, this is who I am, nothing like that. I'm like, hey, Lenny, can I take a picture? Just like that.
Right.
He goes, oh, bro. He's got his cameras running and stuff. Oh, bro, this is New Orleans right here. This is HoldTheMayo, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I didn't even know you knew me like that, dude. Like, just very.
Leonard Fournette has never had a Mardi Gras float after him.
Well, he's one of the funniest dudes, man.
Is he?
Oh, he's so goofy. He's so goofy, dude. I say the same thing about a guy like Alfred Payton, who's from the West Bank.
Eric.
Yeah. Just funny guy, man.
Really?
Yeah, you would never guess, you would never know, but these guys are truly goofy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we on Twitch, man. That's where we play. It's like a streaming platform for video games.
There you go. Yeah, my son's all on that damn college football.
Imagine if you got a Twitch. Like, imagine.
Well, I have a twitch when I'm sweating.
What you like to play?
When I sweat a game.
What do you like to play? You play solitaire?
I was more the Defender Asteroids era.
Okay, Asteroids. Yeah, I remember that.
I could get it to exactly 99.
What does that mean?
You got to get it flips.
Oh, okay.
So you don't want to get it to the high score. You got to get it right to it. I could get it.
Gotcha.
Yes, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Smart bomb the hell out you, boy.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you would. I don't know nothing about that. I'll tell you that right now.
You don't play the retro games? They still have that thing, Barcadia, down.
They do. Oh, do they still have Barcadia? Actually, now I have to stop and think about that because it might not be there no more. Because remember the one downtown they had.
Right.
I don't know if it's still there or not. I think it is, though. I think it is. But, yeah, no, I was there when that place first opened.
Yeah.
Barcadia.
Yeah.
Warehouse District.
That's right.
Yeah, right by Red Eye.
Love the Red Eye.
Dude, I had some times in there. Let me tell you that right now.
Right, that's a good little section of town.
I love it.
Good little section.
It's my favorite place to
go. We did shows at Republic.
So many times. So many memories. Can't even talk. So many memories from Republic.
Give me one.
Oh man, definitely concerts. So many electronic concerts.
Okay,
you know, a lot of DJs.
Right.
I'm trying to think of my most memorable Republic memory. The problem is it's hard to remember them. I'm serious, man. That's how that stuff goes, man. That's how that stuff goes.
Enough said. Don't forget our friends at Workbox. Movable storage needs for commercial or residential use. Shipping containers come in all different sizes. You know, most companies give you that one standard size. Not at Workbox. We get everything from 8 by 8 feet to 8 by 40 feet. You want tool storage container for job site? No problem. Custom lunchroom? No problem. You need the safety features near a plant? No problem. Welders, plumbers, a work site? We got it for you. Climate control, shelving, lighting, wood and metal materials. Customize it to all of your needs or any preference that you have. Also, the home boxes for residential moving storage as well allows you to do it at your own pace instead of trying to rush it through in one afternoon with a one-day rental from a moving truck. Our great staff over at Workbox and our new second office are now covering more areas than ever before, all the way down to the Gulf Coast, through New Orleans and Baton Rouge, all the way to Lake Charles. Our great staff, Martine Sr., Martine Jr., Hannah, Brandy, my buddy Chris Brooks now with the Workbox staff as well. Workbox and WorkboxLLC.com, 343-4886. Live at lunch, live at Rufino's, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch with Odd and Hanny from Rufino's on Highland Road on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
It's so routine now.
We're on the air
I'll tell
now.
you about
it. What's it? I know you can tell me right now.
I'm about to wrap it up.
Are we about
No, I'm about to wrap that series up. Yeah.
Oh, the RB&R series?
Yeah.
I was about to ask you. I mean, you got to be running out of places.
No, that's not why.
Oh, no, okay, why?
That's not why. I just think that people have dehumanized me in a way. And I got to be honest. I think that people forget, what I'm genuinely interested in. And dude...
Well, bathrooms that serve...
You got to realize. Listen, I'm doing something that everybody Mondays does all over the state. There's nothing different. Everybody eats red beans on Mondays. That's what I wanted to sell, was the fact that this is a tradition. Don't message me asking me, hey, how do I make my red beans? I don't. You see what I'm saying? There's so much,
they're
man.
Typecasting you.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Basically, you're so familiar. Say there's an actor, okay? I mean, and he's got such a popular role, it's hard for us to imagine him or get the same impact in a completely different role. Okay?
Correct.
So
100%.
They're typecasting you, and they think that, this is all you do, all you know.
They think it's all I think about. That's my problem.
Well, that's in a strange way, that's sort of a compliment.
I know.
Because they're impacted enough to where they want to reach out to you.
But I got to tell you how I feel.
This is part of this thing where when you open yourself up to the public, people will approach you from time to time that think they know you more, and that's just. But it beats being MF'd.
No, you're right.
And
I understand it. I'm in PJs in the morning. Hey, they ain't got no red beans in here. Man, get the hell out of here, dude. Think I don't drink coffee, bro?
So you want to do coffee reviews now?
No, man. I think I'll always vlog. I think I will always vlog.
I like that little spot on Ferret Street.
Which one?
Oh man, what's the name of it? It's a good little coffee spot. It's so if you come in from downtown on Claiborne, take a left on Napoleon, take a right on Ferret, and you go up, it's on your left-hand side. Man, one of my favorite little watering holes in college was the Sitting Duck on Ferret Street. I don't know, but it's all kind of in that little funky area. It's just something brewing.
So I live in Mid-City, so you couldn't pay me to drive to Ferret. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's...
Come on, man.
No, it's too down. It's too down there,
Really?
I walked the...
You could have Cooter Browns.
Yeah, I like Hooter Browns.
Okay, well, you pass
Great
it
spot, actually.
Well, you kind of pass it up.
Yeah, that's going towards like Tulane and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of my.
So my area, I'm
I grew
by
up in the West Bank, but I hung out.
I'm by Lakeview Playground.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I'm by Delgado. You know all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Parkway Tavern.
Yeah. Yes.
Is it still there?
You'd have to check with the people on that. I think something happened with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I never was really going there, like talking about, but it was right.
People confuse Parkway Bakery with Parkway Tavern.
So Parkway Tavern's right next to Blue Oak, right?
No. Where is Blue Oak right there now?
You talking about on North Carrollton?
No. Canal. I don't know where Blue Oak. I've never been. I know
man, yeah.
No, I know. Well, they must have given Mincy something along the way because he sure
the no sugar diet.
Oh, hypes.
It's all got sugar. That's my favorite picture you ever did.
I love it. I mean,
he goes no sugar diet. It's all barbecue. I'm like, dude, I don't know who got to tell you, brother, but there's sugar in that. For sure, dude.
One of my favorite Mincy stories. You love it. You love that.
Yeah.
I mean,
they all good.
Rough, and it was his last show over here before he was headed to New York for Barstool. He got his big deal, and Mincy was working with us there, and I was doing an evening show at the time when they broke me and Charlie up for a little bit, and so Mincy's going rough and says, "Hey, tell Mincy, order whatever he wants." Well, Barry, the bartender, was like looking at him like, dude, how much are you going to order?
Yeah.
And he just, it's appetizer after appetizer, steak with crab meat and desserts and this. And I'm like, Mincy.
Yeah.
You're going to New York, not the chair. It's AI. I'm not folded with, pocket aces.
Right.
Are they on his behind, huh?
Yeah.
How is T-Bob doing up there?
I think he's doing great. He's very active. I've been seeing a lot of stuff from T-Bob at Barstool. Like he's on the Mostly Sports thing, which is like with Brandon Walker and stuff.
Okay.
One thing I worried about when he went up there is this is just me. I just don't like how people up north treat people from down here.
Oh well, he kind of commented that he wasn't crazy about.
I don't. So I was very worried about that. This is one of the best guys I know in my life.
They think we're all idiots, but but T-Bob knows knows how to stick up for himself.
Absolutely.
And he'll set him straight.
But T-Bob's also really smart.
Absolutely.
So
no, that's what
they're gonna get a dose of wisdom for sure.
Yeah,
but
he'll be just fine. He can handle himself. But anyway, so one of my favorites, the video when you say. It's Metairie grass. You pull it to Metairie.
Yeah, I always got to point that out.
What is Metairie grass?
It's always well kept.
Okay.
Yeah, they just know how to deal with some grass out there, dude. It's they got the best grass cutters in the world.
So would you say the lawns are a little bit different in Metairie and say Bywater?
Yeah. You think any of them people got a lawnmower? Them people out there with scissors in the Bywater. They like this. I'm telling you, man. I went to the Bywater.
Man, we used to love because
the Bywater used to be real.
Snug Harbor was known for a lot of jazz and stuff like that.
Yes.
But if you had a library card, they'd sell you a Monsoon.
Absolutely.
When we were in high school.
Yeah.
It's
different now, man. You go walk
down. Frenchman is all. You
go walk around the Bywater.
Kind of funky, huh?
I did a video at a place in the Bywater about 2 years ago, and I walked around. And I was looking at all the license plates. Couldn't find a Louisiana license plate with a search warrant. It was just all tourists, transplants, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's completely changed.
They love drawing on everything, too, huh?
They love drawing on trash cans. Imagine being that bored. So where you go outside and you draw a little balloon donkey on a trash can. It's incredible, man. It's nothing like it, dude.
But what about the Metairie bar? And you run in there and say, well, I'm going to see a couple of guys drinking at the bar. It's like, I don't know, 11 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
And you go in there, and there you go.
Yeah,
you got a couple.
That's if you want to find a recently divorced wife in a place. I'm telling you, it's a Metairie bar. They all.
But at night, not during the day, huh?
Oh yes.
Oh really?
They always that. Thing about Metairie bars, they start at 10 a.m., 11 a.m. It usually starts around 7 people at a bar. And then it crowds up after. You know what I'm saying? Just crowds off as the hours go on. You'll walk out of a Metairie bar as a stepdad.
Are they trying to get home before the street lights come on or something, huh?
Maybe so. I know they like to start early out there. I know that.
Devin Snow, Hold the Mayo. We'll wrap it up after this timeout. Live at lunch, live at Rufino's, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch with Odd and Hanny from Rufino's on Highland Road on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Is at the fairgrounds. Same thing.
All right. We do have a little bit of breaking news for you, though, but your content, I mean, and I want you to represent it. I don't want to misrepresent it, but the Red Beans and Rice, you just finished episode, what?
270.
270. But 300 is the magic, and that's going to be kind of the swan song?
I mean, I ain't announced it yet. I'm going to be honest with y'all. But
well, I mean, you can do it right here.
Yeah. No, I mean, if I'm just being genuine about it, it's just like I'm.
It's run its course. You want to do it. It's
at its best. I rather everything. Look, bro, how many times in life do we reach something where it's like all good things come to an end? Right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, I've reached that in like 5 different things in my life where I was like, all good things come to an end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dandy Don on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Turn out the lights.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. No, it's I did it to exemplify what goes on Mondays in Louisiana, and I think people forget that, man. Like, I'm not doing anything different than anybody else in the state. But anybody else in the state, everybody eats this stuff besides Matt Moscona, who's next to me. Everybody else eats this stuff on Mondays, dude. Like, this is not a this isn't like a wild card thing, right? So, and I just think people kind of thought too much into it at one point. And when I say people, I really mean Facebook, dude. Those guys are unbelievable, man. They really are. Like, they think that like 7 days a week, 24/7, all I think about is Red Beans. And it's sickening, man, because like
well, it's also provided you a platform and an angle and a niche, and, but I mean,
when I started HoldTheMayo, I started as sports.
What television series went too long? What athlete hung on too long? I mean,
all the time.
And so you get into that point where you want
I'd rather finish when it's high.
You want to go out the Red Beans review with some dignity.
Absolutely.
Okay, you don't want to, yeah.
That's really what it is. And then also, like, my true passion is sports, man. Like, that's what I think about every day.
Sports?
Yeah, so, and that's what I started HoldTheMayo as. I started as sports, man.
Well,
like,
I appreciate you coming by. We're out of time, and I have utmost respect from starting from ground zero, man. And
yeah, man.
Best of luck. You're really good at what you do, and keep.
I'm ready for a new challenge.
We got a spot for you here.
Let's go, baby.
Continue. And I hope you handle yourself professionally in the working media for UFC.
Yeah, no, we'll be fine.